Hey guys, my name is Daki. The name is spelled Darki. Obviously, you know it's double E. Quick one, welcome to Gospel Life News, where I bring you updates concerning music and that's across the country. Today, we'll begin our news straight up with Fireboy. Fireboy has been an amazing artist, and we saw at a point where he became eligible for gold certification in Switzerland after making sales of over 10,000 units. So apparently, in different countries, the numbers differs. For the US, it's about a million units for platinum. In the UK, it's quite lesser, and then other countries quite lesser than that. So for Switzerland, gold certification is about 10,000 units, and Fireboy made that sales, and that's been an amazing one for Fireboy. And moving on, we saw where the Playboy project have surpassed 500 million streams on Spotify. That's a massive, massive one. To Fireboy on that one. We saw Fireboy at the Afro Nation Festival in Portugal, where this guy came out in his usual form and gave fans an amazing, amazing run of their money. We saw where it was an amazing time. Fireboy did his thing the way he knows how to do it best, and trust me, all the fans present really enjoyed all the performance Fireboy had to do on the night. Amazing ones for Fireboy. Mixing his old song and new songs together. Trust me, Fireboy has mastered this craft and is doing it beat by beat. You saw where he dropped the song Yawa, amazing jam, and trust me, that song is one song that a lot of persons are really, really vibing out to at the time. We saw Fireboy actually linking up with Jazz Jones, an amazing guy, and they came through with a song that is set to drop on Friday. And then from the snippet that a lot of persons have read, we're seeing people coming out to give their own thoughts about the song. This person is saying, Fireboy they sing. The other person is saying this sounds like something that would do well for a World Cup anthem. That's true. It actually look like a World Cup song, and trust me, songs like this actually go down in history as actually memorable song. Fireboy on this one, trust me, is an amazing one, and we all can't wait to see what Friday holds for Jazz Jones and Fireboy collaboration. We saw where for Jazz Jones, saw where he posted the artwork for the project, and then they used more like a throwback pictures of themselves. For Fireboy, we saw where only God knows how many years ago was this, but then very, very old picture. And then we saw Fireboy on when he said 606 have been writing the story, one of the lines from the song Bandana. And then for Jazz Jones, we saw where he said, "Why are you not a doctor yet?" And that's his mom asking. But then amazing collaboration, and we can't wait to see what these two amazing artists have produced in the kitchen so that we all can see it and digest the song as it were. Moving on, we have WIZKID, the next guy on the news. So where over the weekend, on Friday, he came through with this one with Spinal called Loju. Amazing jam from WIZKID. Trust me, he came correct on that one, and both artists came correct. It was an amazing one to see at the time. We saw where WIZKID was also live in Portugal. Amazing performance he did. A lot of highlights, a lot of talking from WIZKID performance, a whole lot of talking points. Like I said, mixing old song and new song is WIZKID is a master of that. He did that comfortably and conveniently. We saw where at the point where after performing or while performing, he threw his jacket into the crowd, and then you could see the referral between a male fan and the female fan trying to get the jacket, a Bottega jacket. That is what apparently my bloggers said is worth about 11,000 US dollars. Not confirmed though, but then that's the figures flying about 11,000 US dollars, about 8 million naira thereabout. And then you're seeing Whiskey telling the guy, be a gentleman and let the female guys have this jacket. But then the guy did not listen, and I could see the fact that I was struggling to get the jacket. Now, for this fans here, it was not for the money, it was the fact that they love the artist, because basically they maybe they even know what they were dragging, but then the fact that Whiskey threw the jacket, they wanted to have a grip of it, and everybody was saying, scoffing, and trying to get jackets. And Whiskey was like, you know what, leave the jacket for them. I promise you a picture. But even at that, it fell on deaf ears because this guy did not listen. We saw Whiskey at the backstage saying he was surprised that the guy was not a gentleman. But then the question is, if it were you, will you be a gentleman? Moving on, we saw for the top 10 most played song on the US or brand AC radio media base in 2023 so far, we have number one as Free Mind with Thames, number two, Love Train, number three, Waste My Time, number four, Essence, number five, Make Me Say It Again, number six, I Need to Know, number seven, I'm a Baby, number eight, Hurt Me So Good, number nine, See True Love, and number 10, Nowhere But Up. Two Afrobeat songs occupying one and four. Thames with number one with My Mind, and obviously WIZKID and Thames again with number four with the massive, massive jam called essence, they came correct, and trust me, it was an amazing one to see at the time. For the fact that Afrobeat is going this far, it just shows that we are doing the right thing, and then whatever we're doing now, we ought or we should keep doing it because we're in the right direction. Moving on, we saw WIZKID Essence featuring Thames wins the top R&B and hip hop and the rap song of the year at the 2023 ASCAP Rhythm and Soul Music Award. At the ASCAP Award, we saw WIZKID bagging another award again for the song Essence and for the category top R&B and hip hop and rap song of the year. Massive, massive one for WIZKID. This guy is doing, WIZKID achievements now are actually just amazing because you probably will never see it because it's just like silence, and then it's more like no need to post about it because he's used to them, and he's backing them day by day. Don't forget that WIZKID event is set to come on 29th of this month at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and WIZKID is set, everything is ready to give the fans an amazing performance. The tour is called the More Love Less Ego Tour. More Love Less Ego Tour, and WIZKID is set to give all the fans more love on the tour. Moving on, we saw where WIZKID linked up with Benson backstage at Portugal at the Afro Nation, and Buju Benson came through on the stage to link up with WIZKID, and then we'll see the old bromance thingy hugging themselves and making sure that they are taking Afrobeat to the next level. Moving on, we saw WIZKID and Thames delivers an exceptional performance at the Caesar Superdome called the Essence Festival. Amazing one. WIZKID came through and he began his performance with the song Brown Skin Girl, and then went on to the Essence thingy, and then did this thing perfectly. All of this build up are just for the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because WIZKID is set to take the world on a journey, and then his performances lately have all been top notch. So massive on to WIZKID for giving us a performance at the Essence Festival. Moving on, we have Ckay as the next guy on the news. Apparently, the last guy on the news. We saw at the point Ckay have crossed 15 million monthly listeners. It stands at 15 million 49,103 plus monthly listeners that listens to him on Spotify every month. At the same time, we saw Ckay surpassing 3.8 million subscribers on YouTube, and at the same time, having an overall view of 1.2 billion views on YouTube for all these projects on YouTube. Ckay has amassed 1.2 billion plus streams on YouTube. Massive, massive one to Ckay and the team on that one. We saw where the BillBoard came out and they had this to say about Ckay. According to the BillBoard, they said Ckay has carved a lane both melodically and with his subject matter. As the poster child for emo Afrobeat, hence the name of his album Sad Romance. And this track is right in the sweet spot, paved by his first two major hits, Love Quantity and Emiliana. He has become truly adept at these breezy earworms laced with sweet nothings, and this is directly in that lineage. Bit by bit here, these Billboard folks are beginning to reckon and obviously associate with Afrobeats because you could see at the each time they make a publication and all of that, there is always an infuse of an Afrobeat artist. If it's not Davido, it's a Rema or it's a WIZKID or it's a Burna Boy. There's always an infuse of them putting Afrobeat artists into the conversation because basically it just shows how big and how massive Afrobeat is becoming right now. Moving on, we saw Ckay Sad Romance Deluxe re-enters the France Snap album chart at number 183, and then it peaked at number 88 and spent 7 weeks so far. Amazing one for Ckay. The beauty of all of this is a lot of person will expect the news to be around the Davido, Burna Boy, or WIZKID, or Lamide, or thereabout. But then we have the youngest like Ckay, we have the youngest like Oxlade, we have the youngest like basic guys who are also making headlines and doing this for themselves. Over the weekend, so many Afrobeat artists, especially in Nigeria, were doing their thingy almost in different parts of the world. Everybody was busy, everybody was on the road to make sure that they've done their own bidding to make sure Afrobeat is going to the next level. Rema is on the tour, Ruga is on the tour. Name the artist, everybody was on the road to make sure that either a performance or a festival or an event. The Afro Nation took like a lot of them, and every other little festivals here and there are taking everybody in the Afrobeat space outside the country to make sure that they make the whole world know that there's something happening in Africa called Afrobeat and they all should be part of it. Trust me, Ckay has done his bidding, and then it's a massive, massive one to Ckay on that one. Anyway, guys, we've come to the end of this one. Trust me, we'll catch you guys before the end of the day. I love you guys so much.